A Plaguelands Media production.
Hey everyone, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media bringing you another book review today. So, cheers to that. Now, as you've kind of seen in a few of my previous videos, I'm kind of going through this midlife crisis, if you want to call it that. I apologize, I'm going to keep touching my head. It's just fucking killing me at the moment with this cut. And one of the books that I read while I was overseas on vacation was a book that I actually read because of the author. The author being Troy Denning, one of my favorite IP authors. He's written some great Star Wars novels, some great D&D novels, Forgotten Realms primarily. And this book was book one in the Twilight Giant series, The Ogre's Pact. Now, when I first read this book, back in the day when it first came out, I fucking hated it. I thought it was absolute dog shit and never even bothered getting the other two books in the series when they came out. I just didn't fucking care. But rereading this now, this book is really fucking good. I don't know if that's my reading sensibilities have changed, if I appreciate the content more. Back in the day, the characters just fucking pissed me off. Primarily the Princess Brianna was a whiny little fucking bitch. I mean, that's there's nothing else to say about it. That's what she fucking is in the book. And the actual main character, this Furbolg scout, Tavis Burden, yeah, he was a bit of a little pussy boy as well. What is a Furbolg, you might ask? Well, thankfully, I have this handy puppy, the Monstrous Manual, and we will go to the Giant section. And there is a Furbolg Giant. Now, what you are going to get in this book is the Furbolgs and the Verbeeg Giants take center stage in this. What does all that mean? Well, it means you guys need to go and fucking play some D&D. That's what that fucking means, because I'm not going to explain it to you. There's ogres as well, hence the title of the novel, The Ogre's Pact. But, yeah. What we basically have here is the story of a king trying to save his throne by sacrificing his daughter. That is it. That is the plot. It's a chase novel. You're basically getting people here chasing people there, and then when they get the people there, they go back to here and whatever. It's. I'm not going to say it's a simplistic. It's a simplistic novel, because it in no ways is. It does set up books 2 and 3, which I am looking forward to reading, because I absolutely fucking loved every minute of rereading this and finally kind of getting what Troy Denning was trying to do, was trying to set up. Now, this book is set in this human kingdom called Heartsvale, which is beyond the Icewind Dales, which R.A. Salvatore kind of made famous with the Crystal Shard and whatnot. It's a new region, but it sets up the idea of giants as kind of a main aspect. Now, this is something that I really fucking love, because in Dungeons and Dragons, giants are always given the fucking shaft for some reason. It's not until... Okay, where are you, motherfucker? Storm King's Thunder. There we go. It's not until Storm King's Thunder that giants really kind of became a thing. Now, there are first edition and a few second edition supplements that kind of put giants front and center, which is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, everyone is kind of going 5th edition or Pathfinder these days, and this one was actually really, really cool. I really did enjoy this campaign setting. Never run it. Read it, but never run it, because whatever. But the Ogre's Pact kind of did it first, so it needs to get its dues, so to speak. So, those of you that do not want to know what this novel is about, you want to go and read it for yourself, which I highly recommend because it is fucking awesome, go to another Playgrounds Mini video. You know what? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, this is going to be a spoiler-filled review of the Ogre's Pact by Troy Denning. So, just keep watching. Stick around for the next episode of...
Read a fucking book. Read a fucking book. Read a fucking book. People.
All right, let's get into the Ogre's Pact. Now, it starts with the King of Heartsvale. You do get a good map in the book itself of Heartsvale. There, every good D&D novel should come with a map. I mean, you know, it's just how it's done. And King Camden is awaiting guests for his daughter Brianna's birthday. Here is the thing, though. The one guest that kind of comes in the prologue of the book is a hill giant, and hill giants are known to be fucking dumb. But this hill giant brings a gift, and Camden, who is human, and this hill giant have a very kind of tenuous truce kind of happening. Camden is kind of riled up a little bit, and the reason for that becomes apparent as the book goes on. We then cut to an inn that this Furbolg giant is running. He's taken in a whole bunch of orphans. Brianna is there, and a fire giant is kind of doing his birthday dance, I guess. I don't fucking know. But it's fucking awesome anyway. So, what is a Furbolg giant? A Furbolg is now a playable race, pardon me, in 5th edition, but back in the day they were they were considered giant kin. Your giants are Fire, Hill, Storm, Cloud. There was one other. I just can't remember it off the top of my head. But these were the giant races, and then everything else was giant kin. Ogres, Furbolg, Verbeeg, and whatnot. So during this this ceremony for Princess Brianna, who has a somewhat tenuous relationship with Tavis Burden. Tavis being a former scout of the king, and so he's good at archery and tracking and whatnot. One of the orphans comes in and is like, there's a Verbeeg in the village and blah, blah, blah. And Verbeegs are known to be treacherous giant kin. They steal things and whatnot. Furbolgs are truthful giant kin. So they're kind of the good guys. And through a series of kind of miscommunications, Brianna kind of thinks that Tavis is... What do I want to say? He's not hiding the Verbeeg. But he's in league with this Verbeeg who has stolen books from the mayor of this town. The Verbeeg Basil has made a pact with one of the orphans, and everything kind of goes to shit. Brianna leaves with her scout, bodyguard, whatever. But on the way back to the castle, she is ambushed by ogres. One of the ogres takes a bite out of the scout's neck. Tavis, realizing that shit has hit the fan, goes after her, finds the scout, takes him back to the castle, and the king is like, I don't fucking care. What the fuck, dude? Fuck off. This whole thing, the Ogre's Pact, is basically the king made a deal with ogre mercenaries. And that deal was the king and his brother were fighting for the crown. The deal was the ogre mercenaries would help the king under the condition that the king relent or just give up his first born daughter on her 18th birthday. That is Brianna. The king made this deal knowing that no daughter has ever been fucking... like no one in the family has given birth to a daughter. So he was like, yeah, fuck it. Why not? But he had a daughter, Brianna. The ogres came and the ogres took her. Tavis goes to the king and the king is like, fuck you. No, don't try and find her. It's all good. And Tavis is like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go find her. Which he does. He tracks these ogres through these mountains, valleys, and all kinds of fucking awesome D&D natural shit. And then he basically recovers her and discovers that the ogre shaman that has kidnapped her, super powerful, and has been tracking him through a bite on the neck of her bodyguard that Tavis kind of rescued. So they basically, we go here, get the princess, we're going back here, we're trying to fight fucking ogres. And that is the entire fucking book. And it is so cool. The traps they lay, the tricks they play on this ogre shaman, and then eventually the shaman is killed and Brianna goes back to her father and confronts him in front of all of the earls of Hartsdale, and they're like, wait, you did what for your fucking daughter, you psycho? And he kind of freaks out. And then his two bodyguards, which are a stone giant and I believe a cloud giant, take him away, and Brianna is crowned the new queen at the end of the book. Now, it might look like I'm glossing over a lot of this, but seriously, it is literally just, oh, we're in a valley and there's a landslide. Oh, we're in a gully and there's a landslide. Oh, we're in here and there's a landslide. And, you know, it's what it is. But this book, The Ogre's Pact, book 1 of the Twilight Giants series, was fucking awesome. All of these old D&D books that I never read back in the day, books that I fucking poo-pooed, or I read them and hated them, that was my mistake. You've got to give these things a fucking chance. These things are fucking great. These are right up there with the best Raymond E. Feist books. And yeah, I'm going controversial there, I know. Magician being my favorite fantasy novel of all time. I've got it right here on the fucking shelf. The edition I made my wife read when we were in Australia. These books are just, they're relaxing. They take me back to a time and a place that I just love. And I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it's one of those books that, yeah, I made a mistake. You've seen Iron Helm and Viper Hand. I've got to review Feathered Dragon coming up. These are books that my brother recommended to me, and I said, fuck that. That was my mistake. My brother was giving me, like, you're going to love these books. And I'm like, yeah, well, now I am rediscovering. And there is just something so, I don't want to say reassuring. It's relaxing. These books are relaxing to me. Like, I freaking took my Kindle on vacation with me, and that's how I read The Ogre's Pact. And it was, I could just sit there on the plane, sit there on a train. Like, I basically finished this book on a train from Vienna to Prague. A 4.5 hour train ride. I could look out the window at the beautiful scenery, or I could fucking read The Ogre's Pact. I read the fucking Ogre's Pact. Like, these books, you don't get them anymore. Wizards of the Coast don't do this. And it's a disservice. I've said this before in previous videos, but this was a fantastic reread. I highly recommend The Ogre's Pact to anyone out there who wants a good Dungeons and Dragons Forgotten Realms novel. Like, this was really fucking fun. I'm going to leave it there for now. I've said too much. I'm ranting my head wound and so, you know what? If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Have a fucking drink as well. Jesus Christ, people. But most importantly, stay safe. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And, of course, read a fucking book, people.